the modern-day Stu Ungar. That's what many have called the man that we're going to be covering today, Chino Rheem.
Are you guys okay?
Here, motherfuckers, here. I don't give a fuck. I have it. Obviously, I have it. I never not have it there. I have it.
Like Stu, Rheem was a poker prodigy, known for winning big hands and placing highly in tournaments. But also like Stu, Rheem was addicted to gambling, to alcohol, to drugs, and to the lifestyle. But where is he today? And how many times can this poker star rise, fall, and rise again?
You need it to be Queen 7-4, and then you double up. But it's okay. I fold. You're okay with that anyways, right? It's a gift.
David Chino Rheem's journey through the world of poker is as thrilling and unpredictable as the game itself. A prodigy turned professional, his career epitomizes the highs and the lows of the poker lifestyle. Victories on the felt, personal demons, and a redemption arc still in progress. Born on April 15th, 1980 in Los Angeles, California, Rheem grew up in a family familiar with the lure of gambling. His father was a blackjack addict who spent weekends on cruise ship casinos, often taking a young Rheem along for the ride. These early experiences introduced Rheem to the thrill of gambling, a spark that would later ignite into a true passion and a destructive obsession. As a teenager, Rheem discovered poker through the Seminole Casino in Florida, using a fake ID to access the tables. His early games were a mix of skill building and recklessness, and despite his amateur status, he quickly found himself in the orbit of notable poker names like the Mizrahi brothers, Robert and Michael, with Rheem saying that it was Robert who recognized his potential, even as he racked up debts at their home games. By his early 20s, Rheem had developed a reputation as a fearless player, capable of making bold moves that left his opponents and his finances in flux.
I gotta call you, Timmy.
Chino somewhat reluctantly makes the call and puts his buddy at risk.
Yeah, this is bad news for Timmy fan.
His ascent to poker stardom began in the early 2000s just as the poker boom was transforming the game into a global phenomenon. His breakout moment came in 2008 when he finished 7th at the World Series of Poker main event, earning over $1.7 million.
River card is a 4 of hearts, and that's going to do it. Peter Askade wins the pot and knocks off Chino Rheem in 7th place.
That same year, he also won the Doyle Brunson 5-Diamond World Poker Classic at the World Poker Tour, adding another $1.5 million to his career earnings.
Will this be the time for Chino Rheem? Will he take down his first WPT title? It all comes down to this card.
It's a deuce of diamonds. Well, that's going to do it.
These successes established Rheem as a known force in the poker world. Known for his aggressive style, his sharp instincts, he became a regular at high-stakes tournaments, amassing millions in winnings. By 2013, he had claimed his 3rd WPT title, an achievement matched only by a handful of other players. His ability to perform under pressure and his charisma at the table made him a fan favorite.
So you know I'm just gonna fold kings to you. This is why you raised my blind. You're messing with the birthday boy. I just call.
But behind the scenes, his personal life was quickly unraveling. You see, for Rheem, the highs of poker success were intoxicating, but they came with a steep price. His winnings, often measured in 7 figures, were fleeting. His addiction to gambling extended beyond the poker table, encompassing games like baccarat, craps, and blackjack. Despite his skill in poker, which gave him a mathematical edge over opponents, his losses in other forms of gambling were staggering.
The most important thing is the characteristic that's probably like my weakest is you got to have a lot of discipline. You got to just be you got to be smart. You got to be able to know when to walk away, take a loss, and just know when enough is enough.
Rheem candidly admitted that he would win a tournament only to find himself broke within a week. The pattern repeated itself multiple times, fueled by a lifestyle of excess that included drug abuse. For me, alcohol was never the issue. It was hardcore drugs, Rheem revealed, describing a period when ecstasy, cocaine, and amphetamines were his coping mechanisms for the pressures of the poker circuit, and adding to his struggles was a growing mountain of debt. Rheem frequently borrowed money to fund his buy-ins, promising to repay his lenders after his next big win. And while he made efforts to honor these commitments, the combination of gambling losses, personal expenses, and poor financial decisions often left him unable to fulfill his obligations. This earned him a tarnished reputation within the poker community, where whispers of dishonesty began to overshadow his achievements. Rheem's downward spiral reached its peak peak in the early 2010s. Admittedly addicted to both gambling and to drugs, he found himself estranged from many of his family and his friends, and he struggled to maintain his career. The pressure to repay debts and the stigma of his addictions drove him to what he describes as desperate decisions, including risking everything on high-stakes games in hope of a miraculous comeback. The turning point came after a series of relapses and failed attempts at recovery. Rheem's addiction had consumed his life, leaving him isolated and broken. Recognizing the need for a radical change, he went to get help at a rehab center in Florida, and while his initial stint in recovery was marred with setbacks, it marked the beginning of his journey towards sobriety. But his path to redemption has never been linear, nor has it been easy. After relapsing, he spent 3 months in a rehab facility in Thailand, where he immersed himself in mindfulness practices, spirituality, and yoga. This experience, coupled with the support of his sponsor and close friends, helped him regain a sense of purpose. Today, Rheem is sober and focused on rebuilding his reputation and his relationships. He plays poker not just to sustain his livelihood, but also to repay the debts that once weighed so heavily on him. "I play a lot of hours, very big cash games and big tournaments," Rheem explained, emphasizing his commitment to honoring his obligations. But despite the pressures of the poker world, Rheem has learned to prioritize his mental health and personal growth. He acknowledges that his journey is ongoing, requiring daily effort and vigilance. "I still have a lot of work to do," he admitted. "No money in the world is worth my sobriety, my peace of mind, or mental strength." A key source of inspiration for Rheem is his young son Leo. Fatherhood has given him a renewed sense of responsibility and a powerful motivation to stay sober. "I wish I could say I stay sober for myself, but he's the #1 reason I wake up and want to stay sober," Rheem said. "I want to show up for the people who need me and appreciate life." And as mentioned at the top, Rheem's story does draw inevitable comparisons to that of Stu Ungar, a poker prodigy whose life was tragically cut short by addiction. Yet Rheem is determined to carve a different path. "There have been times where I thought I'm like a modern-day Stu Ungar, but I don't want to be that," he said. And if you want to learn more about Stu Ungar, we did a video all around him, so if you want to watch that, we'll put the link in the description. In many ways, Rheem's journey reflects the broader challenges faced by professional poker players who often grapple with the volatile nature of the game and the temptations that come with success. Some succumb to this, and others are able to overcome it. Chino Rheem's rise, fall, and ongoing redemption arc offer a compelling narrative of talent, adversity, and of hope. His story tells of the dual-edged nature of success, a story not just about poker, but about the capacity for change. And while his battle with addiction and with debt is far from over, Rheem's commitment to recovery and his dedication to his family and career signal a promising new chapter in his book. Now we just have to wait and see what he writes in it.
Listen, if you want to know how to don't do what I did. You'll be good. That's it.
And that's all we have for this one. Thanks for watching another episode of Poker Boom. We release new videos every single Monday at 10 a.m., so make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode. We'll see you in the next one.